na 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 na. Na 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 da 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 da. Well, that should suffice as a microphone check. Let's see. Let's hear the playback. Yeah, I like that. That's good. Hey guys, happy Friday. Star Wars Story here for another weekly live chat. Another another good way to start off the weekend. A nice Friday stream. How you all doing? Um, Nightmare Skywarp says hi. Hello, Skywarp. That's an interesting name. It's kind of reminds me of Skywalker, only a a nightmare version, an inverted Luke Skywalker, perhaps, a nega Luke, or what was it? Yeah, there's like what did I say in Scott Pilgrim versus the World is like Nagger Scott. Oh, that sounds like a that sounds like the N word. Jesus. Um, I assume it's negative. I don't know. Anyway, God. Uh, but how you guys doing? Um, I'm very happy. I've jumped another 100 subscribers because YouTube's doing this weird thing for me at the moment where it doesn't tell me my subscriber count down to the single units. So, for instance, it says at the moment that my channel's on 14,000. Well, that's the thing. Yeah, the other day it was 14.3 thousand subscribers to me, meaning 14,300 subscribers. But it won't tell you like anything other. It won't say like 14,320 or anything like that. It doesn't do it. It just leaves it at the 100 mark. So I have no idea when it's going to hop up. But now, lo and behold, we're on 14,400 subscribers at least, and I am chuffed to bits. I am so pleased. Thank you so much. I'm glad that this channel's slowly making its way up there. Um, but yeah, I hope you're all having a good Friday. It's been an emotional day. Well, an emotional week for me this week. It's the last day. It's the last day at my job at this school today because all the kids break up for summer. And it's a weird one because I provide one-to-one support for a boy with additional learning needs, and he's about to go to high school. And I've been working with him before in the past, but I really started working for him long term since May. So I've been with him for about nearly 3 full months, Monday to Friday. Um, and it's kind of I don't know. It's he was very it was a big deal. He was moving, and I got to meet his family, and they all said goodbye and thank you so much for the work you've done with him. And I didn't expect to meet so many of his relatives at the school. Usually he either walks home alone or with it or just one person picks him up. So yeah, they gave me a gift, and they just I nearly got choked up. It was so sad. But then as a bonus, I didn't realize, I assumed he was not going to be in today, but he was. So I got an extra day with him. And oh my gosh, all the kids were crying today because they're moving from primary school to secondary school. They're moving to high school basically. And yeah, it's sad. Now what's going on here is this game. I think this game's lagging a bit. Couldn't tell you why. Hopefully we'll fix that. Let's see who we got here. So we got Anakin Skywalker. Anakin Skywalker. I was expecting someone with your reputation to actually have an Anakin Skywalker I icon. I can't see very well, but I see a woman as your channel profile picture. So no comments. Just a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. Crimson Mall, my friend, good to see you. Crimson Mall is a frequent collaborator of this channel. He's brought many of my edits to life, including especially the live action Captain Rex in Return of the Jedi. He is the man behind that edit. He's also assisted in a few edits, including that recent one I did of Darth Vader. Fixing the mask. Crimson Mall photoshopped his eyes, giving them brighter yellow with more defined Sith red, and yeah, so he's been helping out, and he also helped the Commander Cody edit I've done recently. There's a Cody mod for the new Battlefront 2, and Crimson Mall has very kindly created some emote title cards for the gameplay, and he's done the same with someone else. Now, what is going on? Why is my screen? Is my Xbox lagging? Really? Let's find out. Let's start playing. Um, is everyone? Can everyone see my stream? Okay, because it's frozen on my phone right now. Um, can you guys see my stream? Okay. On my phone, it's just completely frozen. Anyone here? Also, we got JX Editor. Good to see you, my friend. Um, JX Editor is another collaborator. I need to. He's on. He's at a break on work. Okay. Uh, Echo. Cool, Echo. Hello, Echo. Good to meet you. And Captain Rex. Crimson Mall just showed me an edit featuring Captain Rex. Someone has edited Captain Rex into Attack of the Clones, and I love it. It looks fantastic. Actually, I need to check who it was who set um who made the edit. I was gonna say Nick Cortez, but it might not be Nick. It might be someone else. No, it wasn't. It was someone called. There's a channel on YouTube called Mag. Uh, it's a Spanish chap. Magaintasia Films. I don't know. Basically, he's Captain Rex on the prequels, and it looks cool. It's a clone trooper with blue plating when he and the Mando markings on his helmet. It looks awesome. We've got Rex in Attack of the Clones now. It's fantastic. Um, but anyway, hey, God in Provision. Good to see you, Alex the Ghost. God in Provision is a donator to the Clone Wars microseries canon edit, and he and a few others have got to see the sneak peeks because they've financially backed this fan edit, and it's frozen really. JX Editor, um can you hear me though? Like, is the Xbox lagging, or is it just or is my voice lagging too? Perhaps one of you could help me with that. Let me just see. Let's see. Bear with me 1 second. If the lag doesn't fix itself, then I will I'll go back to chatting as is. Oh, that's weird. Have I got the wrong chat box? Because you know what? I think last week's live stream went well, and it was the first live stream in a while where I didn't have any problems. But we're back to our old habits, I see. Let's see. Bear with me 1 second. I am going to fix the live stream. Can you guys still hear me though? That is the question. Because it's important. Because if you can't hear me, then we're going to have some real problems. Chat box. TV. There we go. Can you guys hear me? All I hear is people saying it's lagging. Okay, so I can hear myself, so that's one positive. Um, it's just a visual thing, and that really sucks. I can't even begin to express how much that sucks. But we're gonna try. We're gonna try. Gonna try Xbox. Try Xbox one more time. I'm sure all the PC slash PlayStation players are laughing at this. Um, let's see how we. Let's see. I hope this works.
To take down the Empire. We have to get the shield generator down so the attack on the second Death Star can succeed. Good luck, and may the Force be with you.
Right, I'm gonna try this Xbox. Hello, Imperial Forces. It's the ultimate Darth Vader. Hello, Vader. Good to see you. Um, Vader, you should join my other channel, Grand Moff Talking, because that channel will be filled with Imperial loyalists. And it's yeah, I could do with oh, I died. I can do with all the Imperial help. I need a speeder. I'm playing this game. However, if this game is still lagging, I'll turn it off. It's only fair. Oh, hang on. Oh, nope. Let's see. Excuse the. You know, if it makes you feel better, I completely put my hands up and say I am not a professional in any career in any regard because we keep having problems. Oh, is it still lagging after all this time? Off. Right, screw this. Right, sod this noise, man. There we go. I've quit the game and I've quit the app. Let's just chill out. Hopefully the Grand Moff, the Grand Moff visuals. Hopefully that will suffice. Fuck me, man. The lag is ridiculous. What is going on? I what a shambles. Excuse the. Yeah, I can't do this. Well, man, I don't ask for a lot in life, you know. Just Xbox streaming. You know, I haven't even got I haven't even got many other things going. I've got the Xbox app in OBS. That's it. That's it. And even on my phone, I use data. I don't even use the Wi-Fi. Right. Well, folks, we are back, and now we're gonna have a very relaxed Friday evening where we're just gonna talk. We're just gonna talk. What's on your guys' minds? Um, But anyway, we're good. I'm gonna, yeah. So at least, yeah, we're back and rolling, man. I can't believe that I am. Why does it not work? I mean, the problem is this laptop I use. It doesn't have a capture card. Not in that whatever's required. I'm sure I can get an external one for it, but perhaps there's got to be a way I can prioritize certain apps to to be the priority here. To run more efficiently. But anyway, screw that noise, man. We're all here. What to discuss? So there is a Kenobi fan edit floating out there called is it what's it called? Is it Pembroke's Kenobi? Basically, Pembroke's what he's done is Kenobi is a 6-part TV show, right? It has a beginning, middle, and end, and it's cool. It's about Kenobi's quest to save um, young Leia from the forces of the Empire, and he has to face his demons and have a rematch with Darth Vader. And somebody has edited them into a full-length feature film, which is cool, and it's also logical because it feels like a film. The whole series feels like a film at times. So at times where it feels like just a TV show, but for a lot of other times it's actually I mean, so sometimes it's got its cheap moments, but the other times it just feels like really cinematic, especially, and I've been saying this for a few weeks now, when you see Qui-Gon at the end with John Williams's new Kenobi theme, I feel like I've just watched episode 3.5. So, yeah, when I found out that somebody's edited it into a film, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. I like it. Um, Now, I gotta say, this guy, I think it's what? No, it's not Pembroke. What's he called? Um, I'm just gonna Google his name. Kenobi fan film edit. Is it Pentex Productions? I don't know if this is the guy. It might be Pentex Productions. Well, anyway, look. The point I'm making is Pentex may be the one everyone's talking about at the moment, but he's by no means the only person to attempt this. I have some friends who are also turning all 6 episodes of Kenobi into one long feature length film, and I'm just as excited for their versions uh, than this guy's. Um, so, for instance, Crimson Mall is doing a Kenobi fan edit, putting them all into a film, and I'm very excited to see that. I'm trying to think who else. There's a few people. And I can't remember if it was JX editor or someone. Somebody else. Basically, a few fan editors are putting together some nice Kenobi fan films, and I don't want you guys to rule them out because of one popular one. Now, don't get me wrong. This one popular one may set the bar, or that. This is the thing. When people do fan edits, there's the problem is whoever does it first. Like, so whoever gets to an idea first, the chances are that they will be the most successful one because they not only set the bar, but it's like if someone shares the same idea as them, it's not exactly. Do you know what I mean? It would yeah. So like for instance, if somebody like yeah, I don't know if sometimes if you're the first to get somewhere, it's like that's already your victory. So this guy, no wonder this guy's one is so popular. It could arguably be the first Kenobi fan edit of this new series. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna check out this. I'm gonna check it out. I haven't even seen it yet. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna review it on Grand Moff Talking's channel, and I'm gonna check out the other ones like Crimson Mall's Kenobi episode. Oh, well, let's see. Let's see all the people we've got here. We've got me, Mr. Marv. I love the name, and I love the mustache. We've got Granny Blobs, Blobs, Blobs. Ayo, dude, how would you feel if somehow I found a way to bring back Super Saiyan 4. So a lot of people on the Discord have discovered I'm also a fan of Dragon Ball Z. Um, not not as much a fan of as that as Star Wars, nowhere near, especially since Dragon Ball Z concluded many years ago. I know Dragon Ball Super's sort of recent, but yeah, no, to me it's nothing on Star Wars, but I'm interested in it. Yeah, dude, if you could bring back Super Saiyan 4, great. I've got kids in my school that like Dragon Ball Z, and you can always Google basically every version of Super Saiyan form. There's some fan art on Google that's already beat the official releases to the punch. So for instance, on Google, I'm sure you could find Super Saiyan 5 or Super Saiyan 4 God or Super Saiyan 4 Ultra Instinct, Super Saiyan Green, Super Saiyan Purple, Super Saiyan Yellow, Super Saiyan Ego, Super Saiyan Berserker. There's all kinds. So yeah, the internet is a rich tapestry. If you're a DBZ fan, I tell you what's I tell you what I've tried to Google, but to no success. Is I've recently got back into Planet of the Apes. I love Planet of the Apes. I think the prequel, the prequel reboot with Andy Serkis. That's what's that got me into the franchise ultimately. But actually, no. Having said that, I always liked the Tim Burton one when I was a kid. I loved watching the Tim Burton one because that has a lot of world building. It's got like the different ape classes and the different armor, and it's just cool. I liked it, but no, the the trilogy starring Andy Serkis, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, War for the Planet of the Apes, all great, and they all got me excited about Planet of the Apes and into the originals. And I love for the most part, I love the original ones starring Charlton Heston. Although that whole those first original five films were in the end they were a mess. They it was just about generating money. It wasn't really a creative thing. But anyway, the reason I'm talking about Planet of the Apes is, well, two reasons. First of all, they've just announced the newest Planet of the Apes, which is going to take place in the same universe as the last three, which is cool because in War for the Planet of the Apes, it's discovered that whatever virus was killing off the humans, spreading across the globe, with the virus also came the brain enhancing element. So, in other words, whilst all the humans were dying from this brain plague, any apes that came into contact with the virus uh, became smart, even if they weren't the San Francisco colony. Do you know what I mean? There could be an ape in a zoo in New York. All the humans get sick, and he starts getting smarter because of the pandemic, because of the flu. So that I'm really interested to see the world building in this new trilogy. Not to mention, I hope Andy Serkis plays perhaps Caesar's son or a different ape because he was so good to that. He's so good in that role. He should have got an Oscar for that role. Um, but yeah, one thing. So the other reason I'm talking about Planet of the Apes is because I would love someone to do this. Um, I would love someone to Photoshop the new CGI apes in the old films, just to show us what it would have looked like. So, for instance, I would like to see a I'd love to see Doctor Zaius, who is the orangutan in the original. I'd love to see him, but looking like an orangutan and not a man in a costume, if that makes sense. I'd love to see an Andy Serkis version of the original Planet of the Apes. Just a poster, just to see how cool it would have looked. But I googled it and I couldn't find it anywhere. But I and here's another thing. Maybe you guys could help me.
Somewhere on the internet, I saw a fan edit of The Empire Strikes Back, where I don't think this is a video fan edit. I think this is just a cool Photoshop. Somebody put CGI Yoda in Empire Strikes Back, and I think it looks awesome. I don't think it's better than the original because Puppet Yoda makes the most sense for that trilogy, but it's just a fun sort of scenario to see. To see a prequel styled Yoda in Empire Strikes Back, but I don't think I can't find that image anymore. It's gone. It's which is really disappointing. Nightmare Skywarp asks, "Are you a fan of Transformers?" No, I have no reason not to, other than I just never really watched them. I never watched the cartoons growing up or anything, so I don't know anything about it. So when they came out in cinemas, I wasn't really bothered. I'm sorry to say, but also because they're Michael Bay films, I didn't think I was going to be interested in in a storyline. I just know it's just a film about explosions and and action, which is fine, but it's just like that isn't enough to compel me. I'm not as I felt no excitement when they were announced. But there's me also excited for Planet of the Apes. Do you know what I mean? So like it's obviously it doesn't appeal to me. Um, but hey ho. Um, but yeah, I can't find this CGI Yoda Empire Strikes Back. It sucks. I'll tell you what's funny though is when George Lucas and the team originally started testing CGI Yoda for the very first time. You know how it would look, how it would respond to dialogue. What they did was they actually took a scene from Empire Strikes Back, and that was the prototype of CGI Yoda. So if you watch the behind the scenes making of Attack of the Clones, you that when they're creating CGI Yoda, you can see CGI Yoda like an early draft lip syncing the scene in Empire Strikes Back when it goes, "The Force surrounds us and guides us." Devon Hassan, good to see you, Devon. Devon says, "I remember seeing The Empire Strikes Back Revenge of the Jedi edited film after the events of the first Death Star being destroyed. Vader is found on Mustafar, and after he is rebuilt and breaks free from his restraints and starts to laugh." Oh, really? Wow. That sounds interesting. You have to Devon. First of all, Devon, are you in my Discord server? That is the question. Because if you are, find that and send me it. I'm gonna share my Discord server to you guys. Um, how do I invite people? Here we go. Hang on. I've seen some interesting fan edits that are elusive to me. As in, I've seen the clips, but I don't know who they are. I've seen a fan edit of, I think, Return of the Jedi, where they added Coruscant to it. But I think this was actually before or just after Episode 1 had come out. So, you know what I mean? They created, I believe, they created a new scene where Vader goes to Coruscant to speak to Palpatine or something like that. Um, let's see. So our Discord server right there. Nope, it's not. That is not the Discord server. That is a link to this own video. Hang on. Um, let me try that again. Why did it copy? That's insane. Discord. Copied. Right. I want to try this again. Thank you. Join our Discord. And if you've donated to the micro series, you can join the private Discord server as well and get sneak peeks. Every week now on a Wednesday, we watch a chapter of the Clone Wars miniseries, and I walk the patrons through what changes I'm planning to make and my reasoning behind it. And not always, but sometimes the the patrons can actually influence a creative decision. So if you've donated money, I can take your suggestions on board. Not always, but sometimes. I say not always because I can't just compromise my vision because someone sent me cash, if that makes sense. So for instance, the God I think it's the God Improvision. I think it was him who suggested that I darken Anakin's brown robes to be more in keeping with his Attack of the Clones color scheme. And I was two minds about it. I thought he looked cool and he makes him look tougher, but I thought it was a cartoon, so it needs to have vibrancy. But then somebody pointed out or reminded me that by changing the colors of his robes to black, I've also affected the color scheme anyway, so I might as well darken them. So yeah, they swayed me on that one. Devon, listen, buddy, you can still join the Discord server. You just can't join the private one, my friend. But listen, no, I totally get it. I do not hold. I do not have any sour feelings towards anyone who hasn't financially supported because times are hard, money's tight, and also it's a bit of a risk. You don't know me. It's a big leap of faith. The only reason I keep telling people to donate is because I could do with the cash to help support the project, but also because I want to give you guys the perks, regarding the micro series. I want to bring that canon edit to you sooner. But listen, I've just broken up from work now this summer. So hopefully this is going to be a very productive summer where I can really come to grips with it and work harder on it. So we'll see. But it's not just the micro series I've got lined up. I've got an exciting edit around the corner of A New Hope. I need to hear back from Darth Porg, but yeah, we are working on something phenomenal. Um, it's really cool. It actually involves CGI, rotoscoping, and Photoshop, uh, um, redubbing, and background manipulation. It's so cool. I'm so excited. Um, but anyway, and also, you know what we're gonna do? You know what we could do next week? I think we should start watching the Star Wars movies together. So perhaps next Friday or Saturday, and I'll put up a I will put a debate in the community tab. Let's find out. We could watch the Phantom Menace either next Friday or next Saturday. Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be something? We could all do it together. We could all go on Disney Plus or get our DVDs or Blu-rays out. Probably Disney Plus would be easier though, considering we can all follow the same version. We will watch it. Now, a voice actor of mine who's involved in the miniseries, Nicholas Cortez, who does a lot of amazing voices, but in this particular for the canon edit, he's doing Count Dooku's voice, at the very least. He has just released a video of of the Grand Inquisitor trying to hunt Mace Windu. It is such a cool scene. You need to check it out. Nicholas Cortez, that's his YouTube name. That's his name. He's also he did a really cool video as well where he took Willem Dafoe's script from No Way Home and basically Jokerized him. So because everyone wants Willem Dafoe to play the Joker, myself included. So Nicholas Cortez has done an edit to that regard. It's pretty cool. Oh, and that's another thing, Devon. If you join the Discord, then we have a server that says edit ideas or edit suggestions. So you should join us, man. It'll be fun. You don't have to pay. You don't have to pay to join the Discord. The if there's within the Discord, there's a private one for those that donate, but you can still be part of the free one. Anyway, no pressure. Devon says a video edit suggestion: the Star Wars movies, but dubbed by Matt Sloan instead of James Earl Jones. Yeah, I've already begun that. There's a video on my channel. I think it's called A New Hope. No, something like Vader A New Hope. I'll try and find it. New Lines or something. Let me just see if I can find it. Because I started to do them and then I forgot to, so I need to do the rest. But yeah, I was gonna do the rest. I've already started that. I've swapped out some of Vader's dialogue in A New Hope because now that we have more context and this, that, and the other, it's just a fun sort of thing. Let's see. Anakin Vader. Right. If I go on my Anakin Vader playlist, which is blimey 57 videos. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, so Devon. Oh, you are Devon. Oh, yes, you are. I'm so sorry, my friend. I forget who's in it sometimes. Yeah, Devon. Yeah, there's a video on my channel. It's called Darth Vader: A New Hope plus New Battlefront Lines, Star Wars. And yeah, it's Vader's got during some of the lines where Vader's quiet. I've added lines. So I need to do with The Empire Strikes Back, and now that I've done this, now I've got more time, I will definitely do it. But there we are. Oh, I'm so. I am so bloody tired. But I'm gonna try and stay awake for you guys because I can't remember why I didn't. Did I do it? Oh no, last week I couldn't, did I? Last week I was busy on the Friday. I cannot even. Oh yeah, I was out on the Friday, but then I did it on Saturday, and I was too hungover and ill and tired to do it. But no, we're gonna chill out, Max, relaxing, all cool, shooting some b-ball outside the school. Does anyone watch Better Call Saul, the Breaking Bad prequel? Because I I love Breaking Bad, and honestly I love Better Call Saul. And last Tuesday's episode was just like wow, awesome stuff. Um, Now Anakin, the YouTuber I'm talking about now, not the character, says, what has he said? He says Fred uh Tatascore Darth Vader. I've never heard of this guy. I'm gonna have to check him out. Um, let's see. I'm gonna just play. Oh, is he the Lego Star Wars guy? Okay, let's check him out. Voice comparison. Yeah, I'm gonna check out these Vader voices now. Hang on. So there's the radio. There's Darth Vader's voice from the Star Wars radio dramas. For those of you that don't know, there were some radio dramas of the original trilogy. They're worth checking out. They're quite funny. to me, he's okay, but mind you, it's a radio drama, so it's not his fault if they added the SFX. Now, I'll tell you which voice actor I love for Vader. Oh, hang on. So let's compare the voices. In fact, let's listen to all the Vaders. So we've got James Earl Jones, obviously. That's cool. Right, let's see if I can fast forward to some of his other stuff. What? Oh, forget it.
He's sounding so old there, bless him.
Yep. So age is catching up with him, sadly, and it's so sad because he's given us such iconic voices. Then we got Brock Peters, the thing. Now, no, I'll tell you who I'm gonna listen to Clink, Badger Kean, and he voiced Vader in Star Wars X-Wing, the 1993 game. That's more of a generic Vader. But listen, one of my favourites, if not my favourite Vader below James Earl Jones, is Scott Lawrence because he sounds more man than machine, which is fine because he actually sounds pretty evil. He like the other Matt Sloan to me he sounds like Vader, but he sounds, in my personal opinion, he sounds like the mask of Vader, if that makes sense. Whereas Scott Lawrence sounds like the evil man within. So let's give it a go. I don't know. I've fed it. Fuck it. Right, this is just weird. Right, anyway, look, I'm probably boring you all. Um, I can't find it. Where is the here's a Vader voice clip from the new game. Let's have a Gweld. This new guy then, Fred Tataskoy. Um, yeah, I don't know. Because it's Lego Star Wars, it sounds like a parody. Like I can't take him seriously. It doesn't sound tough. It sounds like a soft sort of Disney Plus kind of thing. Um, but yeah, Matt Lawrence Scott to me, especially in Jedi Fallen Order, he sounds sinister. He sounds evil. Devin, that'd be super kind of you. Yeah, if you want to send those lines to me, I can take a look at it. But the only other thing I'd say is sometimes I prefer swapping out the dialogue entirely, as in, so not just replacing the dialogue with a similar one. Sometimes I might swap the lines entirely. So, like for instance, in The Empire Strikes Back, Vader says, Obi-Wan never told you what happens to your father. No, I am your father. But there may be some line from Battlefront 2 where he says something to that effect, like, the Force has clouded your mind. You don't know the truth. Or something like that. And I might just put that in instead because it's different. But we'll see. I may swap it word for word, but I may swap it for something else entirely. I made a mistake. I left my tea too long and now it's cold because I'm a silly, silly man. I love tea. It's my favourite drink. And I am British. But that's kind of you, Devon. You want to send Matt Sloan lines? That's great. In fact, I already have a guy in the Discord who helps me with edits called called Posk. He has painstakingly cut up character dialogue into different files. So, for instance, he's painstakingly gone through General Grievous's voice lines, and he's labeled them for me, which is going to make it far easier for me to edit. So, if you get the chance to, Devon, if you'd like to start doing a Vader version for me, I would be highly grateful. And should I ever use them in an edit, you would be credited. And I'd happily link people to your work. So that's what I mean. The more hands on deck, the sooner I can give you guys content. I have an exciting animated short coming out soon. There's a YouTube channel by the name of Pembroke TV who put me in touch with this nice editor, and I'm doing an original animated parody short for Star Wars, featuring Quinlan Voss. So I hope you guys see it soon. Ooh, 10 hours ago, Hello Greedo put in the community tab, hoping to be back soon in some capacity. I hope so. I'm very nervous. He hasn't been on YouTube for a while, which is worrying because, you know, he's so active usually. And also with Kenobi and things come out, it's surprising that he hasn't reviewed them yet. But mind you, I need to start reviewing these things. But we shall see. But yeah, I'm very excited. One thing I'm going to start doing is crossover edits. And I've already working on one. It's a cross between Star Wars and Dragon Ball Z. And it's it's just a fun little thing to do. This is a fan edit channel. Does this mean that the Clone Wars miniseries is being slowed down? Nope, not at all. I have different people working on that. In fact, the only reason I do these other edits is because I'm waiting for it. There's nothing I can do my end until I get the footage updated. But yeah, it's such an exciting project. Now, there is something you guys might be able to help me with. I'm looking for cosplayers for certain edits. You know, I'd really love. I need an Anakin cosplayer, so somebody who has his Episode 3 costume, including his gauntlet, his latex, no, his leather glove. I need someone with that for an edit, and they could actually be in it, and perhaps clone trooper cosplayers. Equally, I can ask people. Basically, I'm going to the Star Wars Comic-Con next year as well, so I'm very excited for that. Perhaps I don't know. Yeah. So, guys, if you ever want to meet me, I am going to be at the Star Wars celebration next year in London. Let me see. Oh, Clay Decker. Sounds familiar. I think I've seen you before, Clay. Clay asks, do you think fans would be more forgiving of Disney if they don't adapt Thrawn perfectly into live action, since we've never seen a Chiss in live action before? So I'm gonna reread your question. I assume you didn't mean to put the word don't. Because if you're asking, would they be more forgiving if they don't adapt Thrawn perfectly? I think you mean if they do adapt. Well, basically, a lot of people ask me this. I'm sorry if this slightly goes off your question into a different one, but I just need to I just want to address this. A lot of people think that when Disney acquired Star Wars, the sequel trilogy should have been based on the original Thrawn books. You know, Thrawn has essentially inherited the Empire, and what happens from there. Um, Personally, I would have preferred that to what we got, but because it's Disney and because it isn't George Lucas, I'm pretty sure certain fans would have found something wrong with it, or they would have just complained that they ruined Thrawn. Um, you know what I mean? Like there'd be nitpicking no matter. I mean, think of it this way, Clay. Where people were complaining to George Lucas before he sold it. They didn't like the prequels. I mean, the original trilogy fans didn't like the prequels at the time. And it's only after the sequels have come out that there's finally been an appreciation for the prequels. So it's let me reread your question, Clay. Do you think fans would be more forgiving of Disney if they don't adapt Thrawn perfectly into live action? Oh, I'm so sorry. Um. Oh, right. So yeah, you're wondering if fans would be livid if Thrawn doesn't. Yeah, it looks kind of weird. Well, yeah, that's the funny thing. So with the Grand Inquisitor, everyone was so baffled because we've seen what that species looks like in Revenge of the Sith. Honestly, that was held up to so much scrutiny. Um, and then the same with Ahsoka's head tails, the Leku. Everyone lost their minds because they were so, small. So yeah, if Thrawn looks different, if Thrawn looks kind of goofy in live action, I think people would complain. But yeah, I don't know. I get that we've never seen his species live action. So live action, however he looks, it could determine how it's supposed to look, right? I get where you're coming from, but the fans are relentless, man. Like because of animation, we have a preconceived notion of how these things are supposed to look. Look at Cad Bane. We finally got a live action Cad Bane in the Book of Boba Fett, and out of all the live action adaptations of animated characters, Cad Bane wasn't that bad. I actually thought he was quite decent. I knew who he was. We all recognized who he was. But cinematic captures did a fix where he added blue back into Cad Bane's face and enlarged his hat. And I think they fixed his cheekbones or his head size, um, and people preferred it. So the same with Thrawn. If if Thrawn was put into live action, you can almost be certain that fans would nitpick color correct, de-age, or whatever because we want to see a close one. It's just like Sonic the Hedgehog. When that first trailer dropped and we saw Sonic with tiny eyes and with teeth, it was, everyone went absolutely apeshit and lost their minds. And then it got fixed. Um, so yeah, I think, and I wished it. It's weird. The thing about live action is it is supposed to be its own sort of look, its own sort of universe, its own sort of translation. It's not always going to look like the animated ones, but if you've got fans conditioned to how the animated looks, surely you would try everything in your power to match that sequence, which is why I truly don't understand why Ahsoka didn't have long Leku in her appearance, because her Leku in The Mandalorian was shorter than her first appearance in the Clone Wars movie when she's like a 13-year-old Padawan. Do you know what I mean? So that was quite puzzling. Um, Clay adds that we've seen both the Grand Inquisitor and Cad Bane species in live action, so that complaint was valid. If they complain about the look of Thrawn, I'm calling bullshit. Um, you know what? So I think it depends on on the complaint. If somebody, if we get a live action Thrawn and they say he doesn't, and they start arguing he doesn't look like this live action, I completely agree, my friend. It is bullshit. Um, because you know what I mean? We don't know what he looks like live action, so you can't do that. But however, if we see a fan edit of someone showing their version of live action, and people say, when people say this is much better, then that's very subjective. That's not necessarily wrong. Um, do you know what I mean? So it's a weird one. Like with cinematic captures version of Cad Bane, it's a weird one. Because on the one hand, um, he looks more familiar now that his skin's darker, um, and his hat's longer, and his nose is longer. But at the same time, I like the pale skin in the original because I don't know, he looks older and drier and more wary, like the years have all piled on, you know? So I don't know, but the nose is definitely more accurate in, well, I don't know. That's the thing. It's all subjective. There's no answer. Oh, Devon. You know what, my friend? Do you know why I forgot that you're part of my Discord, Devon? Because that isn't your name on the Discord, is it? And it's not your profile picture on YouTube. So yeah, it was. It's not. Now Devon's just sent me Matt Sloan's Vader versus Kenobi in A New Hope. That's so cool. Let's have a listen. Is that Is that parody I've seen but never watched? The one with what is his name? The one from Jurassic World, who plays Star Lord in Avengers. Oh, what's his name? Who is Chris Pratt? Is that the one with Chris Pratt? Because I think Matt Sloan also plays who's that version of Darth Vader? He has a name like Dave or Bob or something. Um, I don't know, but that's cool, man. That's cool. I've already done my A New Hope alternative lines from Battlefront, so I wouldn't need that one myself, buddy. But it is always interesting to know. It's always good to it's good to have extra sources. Um, I'm hoping that for next year for Comic Con, I'm gonna dress. I'm gonna dress as two things. I'm gonna dress as another motion capture costume because I was the only person to do it in 2014. So that would be cool. And also, I'm going to try and dress as my channel icon here. But the problem is that's going to be hell of expensive. I need to dress half as Darth Vader, half as Anakin in blue robes, personifying the good and evil. Crimson Mall is back, baby. Crimson Mall, welcome, my friend. Crimson Mall is working on a feature-length fan edit of all 6 Kenobi episodes into one film. Now, there's one guy on YouTube that's already done it, but that does not render all other live-action, all other fan edits as moot point. On the contrary, it may set the bar, but we're going to see alternative, different takes. Oh, it's from the Connect trailer. Oh, thanks for clearing that up, Devon. Yes, no, that's interesting. I never played the Connect games myself, but that's probably why I'm so unfamiliar with it. Um, it's cool. But yeah, Crimson Moore's working on a fan edit of Kenobi, so I can't wait to see that. He's actually done a trailer for it, and he's appropriately used the song "Hurt" by Nine Inch Nails, the cover by Johnny Cash, and it suits it well because it just suits the desert theme and the weariness of Obi-Wan. It gives you like an old man Logan kind of vibe. Now here's a funny thing. Here's a funny thing though. Speaking of which, since Crimson Mall added a real life Earth song to a Star Wars trailer, it makes you wonder why Star Wars hasn't done this before. Wouldn't it be interesting if Star Wars started adding music like the hippest song from real life here to a trailer, um like Hurt, like imagine A New Hope, I hurt myself today, or what songs would you guys attribute to each film? That'd be really interesting to find out. Like, for instance, what would be a really cool Earth song with with lyrics that would be appropriate for the Phantom Menace? That would that'd be that would be, yeah, that's worth a debate. I think that'd be really cool. Yeah, Devon, I already have like long character voice lines from Disney Infinity. That's the thing, guys. For my edits, if I really want like an accurate sound alike for certain characters, you can source some great sound alikes from the video games, from the Battlefront games, from Revenge of the Sith games, from the PC games, from Disney Infinity. Pure, clean audio files. They're just so they are just so helpful. And yep, I've got the Disney Infinity ones. I've downloaded them. So Crimson Mole had to vacate the area because his dog swallowed her bone. Luckily, she's alright. We need to wait until the bone is fully digested in stomach. Oh, dude, I'm so sorry. That sucks, man. I don't have pets because um I'm allergic to dogs and cats and anything fun, but that doesn't stop me from petting them. I do love them. So I do sympathize, my friend, and I hope that she's okay. I hope it's not a painful digestion. I really don't. It's horrible. My friend Jack brought his dog round to mine today, and it's a hypoallergenic one. It's like a cross between a poodle and a cocker spaniel. Or something like that. So it, the fur doesn't molt, and it's such a cute dog. It's called Keys, the dog, as in piano keys, because it's sort of black and white and grey. It kind of looks like a descendant from a wolf. He's so cute. And I bought Keys some dog toys because I want my friend Jack to bring his dog to my house often. Let my house be a second home to this beautiful puppy. So I yeah, I bought him a teething toy of keys. They are actually chewable toys, and each key is a different flavor. But Keys the dog did not give a shit. He didn't like he just sort of he wasn't interesting. So what a waste of £7 that was, or I think that's roughly what, $10 American. Unbelievable, Jeff. Unbelievable. So yeah, I hope your dog is okay, my friend. Um, what was I going to say? The kid I've been doing one-to-one support for, um, I got him a leaving present, and it's funny actually. He unsubtly told me that he wanted a present for me. I wasn't expecting to get him a present, but he sort of went. He said, "Mister, whatever my name is," because I'm not really going to broadcast that. He said, "All my other teaching is, all the other teaching assistants who work with me, they all got me a present. So what are you getting me?" And I was thinking, shit. So I had to think really long and hard of what to get him. And in the end, with such short notice, I knew exactly what to get him, and I was so pleased that he liked it because this could have gone, one or two ways. Because he's on the spectrum, bless him. He has autism, so it's very difficult. What he's into, his hobbies. Like for instance, he likes Power Rangers, but he's about to go to high school, so I wasn't sure whether I wanted to get him a Power Ranger toy because I don't want to. I want him to. High school is a mean, savage place, and I just don't want him to get ripped on for action figures. Even though there's nothing wrong with that shit. I loved playing with toys when I was in high school, and I had to keep that shit a secret. Do you know what I mean? Because it's very easy to be bullied, I must say. Um, so I got him, right? I got him, drum roll please. I got him sea monkeys. I got him sea monkeys, or if you're from America, I think they call them aquatic dragons, perhaps. But they're little creatures, aren't they? Sea monkeys. They are. Let's see. What? Oh, let me just Google. What is a sea monkey? Yeah, so sea monkeys, they are a hybrid breed of brine shrimp. They're practically microscopic. They're like tiny, very manageable pets. But before I gave him it, I had to really research it because I'm a vegetarian. I very much care for animals, and I didn't want to just give him some sea monkeys with limited food. You know what I mean? And then just let them starve to death after a month. I thought that'd be really cruel. But after YouTubing it and Googling it, if I've got this correct, I think you feed them very minimal for a long time, every like 3 days, and then the algae that grows in their little container is food for them as well. So it kind of works out. So he was chuffed with it as well. I am so pleased. And I wouldn't even mind getting some sea monkeys for myself because why not? I'm still a big kid at heart, you see. Um, I used to have goldfish. I had a goldfish. I won at the fun. I won at the fun fair. And when you win a fish at the fun fair, usually they last what, a couple of weeks or something. They're usually ill or they've not been cared for. But I took care of like three of them for about 10 years. For 10 years, I took care of those fish. I kept, every couple of years or whenever they grew bigger, I just updated their tanks. I always cleaned their aquariums. I swapped them out for bigger ones. I really did my part. And when the last one died, I just, I didn't have the will to get any more fish because I love fish, but I just didn't have the heart to go through all that again because it's such a commitment. And some people just sort of feed them and they fuck off. They don't care. Not me, man. It's like a full time hobby caring for them. I would clean the tanks and stuff. But yeah, it's duh, 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 duh. Yeah. So sea monkeys, I might just get them. Um, because that's very manageable. Devrin, you know what, Devrin, I'm super sorry. I did watch part of it. What I'll do tonight, my friend, because I know you're anxious to hear my reaction after the live stream. I'm gonna watch the old wounds video, and I'm gonna record my reaction, and I'm gonna send it to you privately, my friend, because you've been very patient with me. Um, it's just been manic at my work. I've been working every day this week, and I haven't been able to do my edits or anything, let alone watch these things. Um, but it's very, yeah, I will watch it. I love the voice acting in it, and actually, I remember when I did watch it, I did watch a bit of it. The voice actor in it, I forget his name, I've used for some of my edits because he does a pretty fair Qui-Gon Jinn impression. So I did watch part of it. I need to watch the whole thing and give you some feedback. But it's cool, man. Um, it's cool. My nose is sunburnt at the moment. Oh, Devon has an idea. Stormtroopers invade the Tantive Four, but but they're voiced by Tamura Morrison. Yeah, you know what sucks is I loved I loved this sort of this mini retcon that we got when the original Battlefront 2 came out. When the original Battlefront 2 came out, we now learn that the stormtroopers in the Tantive 4 were actually like some lingering clone troopers from the 501st. They were Vader's fist, as they were known, and it's cool. And I was thinking of doing something similar, Devon, only not not in the Tantive 4. I was and no. By the way, Devon, no, I do not feel pressured by your suggestions or questions. Dude, I love it. Keep them up. I love having these conversations. Keep the chat alive, please. No, I love it. I was thinking of swapping one line in New Hope, and this is before all the Disney canon, which I'll get to in a moment. When Han Solo is prepping the Millennium Falcon, and all the clones come in, you hear them go, "Stop that ship! Blast him!" And I was going to swap the word "blast him" uh, to Commander Cody going, "Blast him!" Just as a fun little Easter egg, as in like, oh, here we have, a surviving clone amongst regular stormtrooper humans. So that was the thought I had, but the way everything's improvised, is that impro- I've forgotten how to say a word. Have you ever done that? A word just no longer makes sense. Fucking hell, what? I'm having a stroke. Emphasize, thank you. Fucking hell. I don't know what is going on. Yeah, now that especially in the Disney, I know like Lucas also mentioned the accelerated aging, but he left the possibility of them being in the Empire open. But now things like Bad Batch and Rebels showing how quickly they're getting swapped out. I can't imagine there be any clones left in the Grand Army of the in the Empire, because in Kenobi you see a clone trooper veteran already kicked out. In Jedi Fallen Order, it's 5 years later, and all the people you come across are stormtroopers. I don't think I don't think clones would. So, but no, on the Tantive 4, that might be I might do that, Devon. That's a fantastic idea, because I think if there were any surviving clone troopers, it would be just that small section. I may do that. I may hire my Tamura Morrison sound guy, and I'm going to credit you as the suggestion, Devon, on the Tantive 4. That would be so cool. Vader's Fist, I'll call it as well. I will call that video Vader's Fist. That's a fantastic suggestion, Devon. Great idea. Great idea, buddy. I love it. Um, it's good. It is good. Um, but no, before I was talking about, wouldn't it be cool to add real life, popular songs for Star Wars trailers, like it's any other film? And guys, what would you do? I have and the reason I ask is because I have one song that's always stuck in my mind. And you know what? Somebody may have beat me to the punch. Actually, that's a lot. I can't even remember the song. I couldn't remember the song name, but it's or maybe someone can help me. Right, what song is the one that goes? It's a pop, like a rock kind of pop song. It goes, well, sorry, that was. Let me start again. It goes do 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 do. Wow, wait, he goes, wow, wow, da, da, wow, 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 da, 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 wow, da, 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 boom, da, da, da. If anyone can find out what the hell I'm singing, that'd be amazing. It was also on Team 4 Stars, The History of Trunks, when they're listening to the radio. Um, yeah, Clay says they could keep Vader's fist clones. I don't think any of the examples you gave were Vader's fist, so it could still work. Yeah, I agree. I agree. That would be really good. I completely agree. It's plausible. I love the idea. It's going to happen. That's what I'm going to hire my guy to do. You know what's funny, Devin? Your suggestion then of incorporating Battlefront 2 grunts and growls and things when like the stormtroopers dies. So with the Clone Wars canon edition, in my head, and what I said to my Clone Trooper voice actor was, I said, "Listen, you do an amazing Tamura Morrison and an amazing D. Bradley Baker." I said, but please don't be offended that now and then I'm going to slip in some game audio of Tamura Morrison and D. Bradley Baker's like yelling and screaming or going yes sir. And I said the reason why is because it just shows how legit your voice is, because they won't be able to tell the difference. And he politely protested. He said, "Oh, please don't do that. I can, there's no need, please, man. It's just unnecessary." And I think the reason why is because he wants his contribution to be like undisputed. But the thing is, even though he sounded good back in the day, like a couple of years ago when I met him, to me, I feel like his voice has improved dramatically. That now I am that much more confident. I said to him, "You know what? You win. I'm not going to use any of the Battlefront voice clips. I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm like 98% sure I don't need to anymore, because his voice is just so like top tier that I don't think I need the game audio of Tamura Morrison. I don't need it. This guy is fantastic. And yes, Devin, you will be credited, because I every time I am oh, is it Daft Punk? Clay, let's see. Yeah, every time somebody inspires an edit, I want to give credit where credit's due, and and then your name is forever cemented as part of it. Oh, for fuck's sake! I was gonna type it. I typed in Clay Decker instead of your song, Daft Punk, Robot Rock. Please say it's this. You're probably right though, Clay. It's probably this. Um, No, it's just an advert. I'm gonna have to play only a few seconds because I'll get copyright striked. So they'll take. Yeah, it is this one, I think. Hang on. Yeah, so there is a film. I'm not gonna say which one, but one of the. I mean, you'll probably guess pretty. Oh fuck it, I'll say it right. I or I'm surprised, or I really wish that that Solo: A Star Wars Story didn't use this for the trailer. Because it just, to me, it's such a it's cool. I'm gonna see if someone's done it though. I don't think someone has. I'm gonna try and do a teaser trailer of it, because it's just such a. I could be mistaken, but yeah, I would love to do that as a as a modern trailer. So I might start doing this. I'm gonna start doing the Star Wars trailers as modern trailers with Earth songs. That'd be cool. Devon and Clay, I am going to contact the Shapeshifter VA who does these amazing Tamura Morrison voices, and he's gonna be Vader's Fist, and it's gonna be glorious, man. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Um, although hang on, there is only one problem though. Like Leia easily kills one of those guys, so I don't know whether to intermix Vader's fist with
with clones. Oh, okay, Devrin. No, Devrin, completely fine, my friend. Devrin, I will keep you anonymous, my friend. Sorry, yeah, that's fine. You know what? I didn't even think about it that way. You might even want the spotlight, my friend. Whatever you want, I'll keep you anonymous. It is a great idea. Fantastic suggestion. I'm gonna have to rewatch A New Hope and conjure up a script. I have a cool, you know those after credit edits I do where they're like audio edits. Um, yeah, um I uh I have one. I know I have another one. So I've done after credit edits for The Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, um, a new no, Revenge of the Sith. I've not done it for A New Hope yet. I've done it for Empire Strikes Back, and I've done it for Return of the Jedi. I now have one for The Force Awakens. I have an after credit edit for The Force Awakens, and what's funny about it is this one is more on the comical side than it is on a serious side. So I look forward to unveiling that one. It features Hux and another character, and it also serves as as a cement mixer because I am filling a plot hole, a mini plot hole regarding two characters from The Force Awakens. Um, yeah, yeah, I find it weird. You know what's funny though, Clay? Star Wars. It's really weird. Star Wars has occasionally done kind of earthly music, like yeah, like that weird music that Zeb is listening to in Rebels. I didn't like it because it's too human, like too earthly. But have you heard the trap music for Bad Batch season two's trailer? It sounds sick, but it just doesn't sound Star Wars. And I don't know how to feel the bad. You know, it's yeah. I might have to get a download of that. It is such cool music. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Bad Batch. Uh, nope. Bad Batch. Season 2. Trailer music. Let's have a look. Well, Samuel Kim has already done a an epic extended version. Sure, but I want the trap music at the end. Let's see, there's an advert for Pepsi Max. I prefer Pepsi Max to Coca-Cola, truth be told. But actually, I prefer like watered. I prefer restaurant soda that claims to be Pepsi Max, but from the dispenser, it always tastes better to me. Let's see. Uh, yeah, I can't imagine that as Star Wars music. Can you? But it's cool. This tells me that we deserve a clone movie, whether it's at the end of the Clone Wars or whatever, a live action like Delta Squad, Bad Batch, whatever kind of movie. Especially the Bad Batch with 5 members. Do you know how many people can play them? You've got Tamora Morrison as Hunter. You could have the guy who's directing Thor and that. Whatever. No, no, no. I forget. I can't remember. Tiki, whatever his name is. Whatever. Loads of potential there. You could get Daniel Logan to play one of them. You know, I don't know. Um, Oscar. Uh, so yeah, Oscar. I think Oscar Rodriguez. Who it's good to see you again, man. I don't know if you're referring to an earlier section of the live stream. It says you'd with how often
Star Wars changed and edited itself during the Lucas era, and that the Disney era would do the same to prove. Oh yeah, that's a good point. So at the start of this stream, we were talking about how would fans react to Disney if they brought out a live action Thrawn? Would they love the first time appearance to live action Thrawn, or would they complain that he looks odd? But yeah, Oscar gives a good point. Lucas went back and altered his own work. Disney should do the same. Disney doesn't do that. That's the one weird thing. Disney has every right to go back and tweak their own works, but unless I'm wrong, and if so, I'd love for you guys to tell me in the comments. Has Disney ever gone back and corrected a mistake it's made? Only on one occasion have I seen them do this. Um, well, actually, on two occasions actually. So one of them is they Disney replaced Sam Witwer with Ian McDiarmid in Star Wars Rebels. They replaced that one scene in the end of season 2. Although weirdly, that that change isn't present on Disney Plus. It's exclusive to Amazon Prime for some reason. So that's one change. The other thing is they corrected the hallway scene in The Mandalorian. One of the film crew was seen at the in the hallway. You can see his watch and his jeans and half his shirt sticking out, and they digitally removed him. Um, but other than those two things, what is there any George Lucas equivalent changes that Disney have done? Has Disney gone back and retconned its own thing? Because I'll tell you where it needs to the most. Luke Skywalker's appearance in The Mandalorian at the end. Shamuk or Shamrock, whatever he's called, his edit to Luke is far superior in every regard. That it baffles me that Disney, and also he works for Disney now. I don't know why they just haven't nicked it and re-uploaded it. Let's see, Luke Skywalker, um, deepfake. Oh, hang on. Book of Boba Fett. I wonder if someone's deepfaked the much improved Luke. Oh, so somebody's put Sebastian Stan in the Book of Boba Fett. Uh, Actually, it's Strider HD. Strider HD's done some great deep fakes. He's put Ewan McGregor on Alec Guinness in Return of the Jedi, and he's put Alec Guinness on Ewan McGregor in The Kenobi. So you should check out Strider HD. But what has he done? He has he's put Sebastian Stan on Luke in the Book of Boba Fett, which, to be honest, it's weird. It isn't that much of. It's not that much an improvement because they look so similar. There is nothing wrong with Luke's look in the Book of Boba Fett, in my opinion. Um, let's see. So, but I'll tell you what. One good you know what they should have done. They should have had Sebastian Stan in the Book of Boba Fett because he should play Luke. Luke should get his own series, and that would be just awesome. And Mark Hamill's even given him the permission, saying like he does. Mark Hamill said Sebastian Stan does not need his permission because he's just he's an actor. He recognizes Sebastian Stan as a great actor. Now, yeah, Sebastian Stan. No, sorry, Shamuk's deepfake at the end in The Mandalorian is far superior, but I'm absolutely baffled why Disney have kept whatever digital look they have. I don't know whether it's to save face or because they don't want to piss off their crew, but it's a lost opportunity. I think they should. Um, the comments are really blowing up now. Um, Devon Hassan says, imagine if we got a what if Star Wars movies or episodes like what if the Clone Wars never happened? or Anakin never turned to the dark side. Um, right. Imagining that I can very easily, and a lot of people have. In fact, you could argue that is the whole premise of Star Wars Theories channel. What if this didn't happen? What if Luke joined the dark side? What if Anakin never turned to the dark side? What if uh, Qui-Gon never died? We get all these in those channels. What ifs, right? They're sort of fan fiction rewrite kind of things. But another thing is, there's also another channel on YouTube called, to me, it's a much better name than Star Wars What If, because obviously Marvel What If is a recognized name, and the thing is, I don't want Star Wars to be like Marvel. I don't want to see parallel universes and this, that, and the other fan fictiony stuff. For better or worse, because Star Wars is trying to maintain it's just one concise timeline, fine. I don't want that to change now with multiverse. I don't want a multiverse of Star Wars. I know that in the Ahsoka episode in Rebels season 4, there's the potential for time travel. To me, it isn't. The time travel in Rebels doesn't change anything. Like at the end of Rebels season 2, we don't see what happens to her. So I like to think it's a closed loop. In the end of season 2, Ezra saved her without knowing he did, if that makes sense. But yeah, but if Star Wars was to do a What If series, I love the name Star Wars Elseworlds. That's just such a cool name, and that YouTube channel is taken, and they do these amazing thumbnails as well for their scenarios. Like, what if Anakin stayed in Coruscant, in Revenge of the Sith, or what if he didn't wear the mask? So yeah, they exist. Yeah, but it would be cool to see, but I don't want it personally. Lucasfilm has even done them. There was a comic series where I think Leia joined the dark side, or she went to Dagobah to train with Yoda. So they have been covered in comics before with Lucasfilm. So yeah, they've been done. It's an interesting thing, but I personally would rather not. Um, Devon said, I wonder what happened to the voice actor for Sidious in the Clone Wars series. Maybe for a video edit in the episode where Five dies, you can get the lines where he tells Dooku the plan for 46. Devon, are you talking about Clone Sidious's voice actor in the micro series, or are you talking about Tim Curry, who voices him uh I'm so confused. Which Clone Wars series are you talking about? 2D or 3D, my friend? And Devon also says, "Oh, I see, I see. Yeah. So you're talking. Yeah, it's weird in the Clone Wars 3D show. They had the original actor for the 3D show was an actor called Ian Abercrombie, and I think he did an amazing Palpatine. Because he sounds like the nice, soft-spoken old man that everyone voted as their chancellor. But he also has like this crooked, like he's a witch or wizard kind of. Allow the Jedi this small victory, my friend. He's very soft-spoken, and then sadly he passed away. And with his passing came Tim Curry, who you may remember from the original It film or Scary Movie 2 or is it Little Shop of Horrors or something? I can't remember which one he's in. He's in a lot. Oh, and he voiced Nigel Thornberry. And personally, I don't like his Palpatine, but I love his Sidious. And the way they introduced his character was he voiced Sidious at the end of the episode where Sidious battles Darth Maul and Savage Opress. So throughout that episode, they had Ian Abercrombie, and that must have been one of his last episodes they got him to film, I think. Actually, no, he was also in the Lost Missions, but that's a whole other kettle of fish. Um, They used Ian Abercrombie for most of it until the end, where Mull goes, "Have mercy, please, please," and then you got Ian Abercrombie going, "There is no mercy," right? And then once he zaps Mull, it cuts to Tim Curry as the new Sidious. But what's cool is he sounds so similar. It doesn't sound like, it doesn't feel weird, you know? He goes, "Do not worry. I'm not going to kill you. I have other uses for you." And then it cuts back to Ian Abercrombie's laugh. And it works. It's like a hybrid dub. And it's fantastic. And then it's weird. You have the Clone Wars got cancelled. And then Ian, yeah, when they, and then they were released as the Lost missions, and it's weird because even though Ian Abercrombie's Palpatine had been recast with Tim Curry in the Lost missions, it kept cutting back to Ian Abercrombie, so timeline wise, it felt weird. Unless those episodes weren't chronological, that's a whole other kettle of fish. But then there was one episode where they slipped in Tim Curry where actually it was before he faced Maul. He Palpatine's having a conversation with the Jedi where he goes, I'm not worried about this former Sith, messing with criminals, and he goes, let him play with the rabble. And then it cuts from Ian Abercrombie to Tim Curry going, "They're just petty crooks." And he sounds so different. It's like an interruption, but I don't think you would have noticed until you know there are two voice actors. Um, yeah, so yeah, Clay Decker, you're right. The first voice for Palpatine in the Clone Wars 3D show was Ian Abercrombie, and he passed away. And then, yeah, we had Tim Curry, who voiced him for the rest of it until he suffered a stroke and he couldn't act anymore, bless him. And then they replaced Tim Curry with naturally Ian McDiarmid. And at first it was easy because all Ian McDiarmid said was execute Order 66, which makes sense because in fact they didn't get him to reline anything. They just used sound samples. They used audio from episode 3. Um, in the Bad Batch and in Clone Wars season 7. But now they're using him in Ian McDiarmid in the Bad Batch season 2, and they've used him in Kenobi. But yeah, that's not a bad idea for suggestion. They should. I do miss Tim Curry. Now there is I can't remember his name. There is a YouTuber, and he's also on Discord, who is attempting to do the missing arcs in the Clone Wars show. That missing comic arc where Darth Maul is captured and tortured, and then he escapes Dooku and Sidious, and then there's a final battle with Mother Talzin. There's a YouTuber who does who can do these amazing models that look like the Clone Wars 3D show, and he's doing the missing arc. And I've said to him, I would love to audition as a Tim Curry Sidious because I might be big headed, I might be delusional, but I think that with this weird kind of Nigel Thornberry voice, I might be able to do a fan edit. So I'm auditioning for. I'd like to audition for him because Tim Curry's. I'd like to ease the transition between Tim Curry and Ian McDiarmid. But actually, there's one cool thing that Kenobi addressed. Why is it that every time we hear execute Order 66 from Revenge of the Sith, it sounds exactly the same. Because at first I thought it was just laziness, that they just lazily implied the character just says it the same way. But actually, it's more. It's just apparently I think he just when he contacts Commander Cody, he records himself saying, "Execute Order 66," and then that was just played in a loop over and over again. Which explains why when he speaks to Rex or speaks to other people, he doesn't have additional dialogue like he does with Cody. It's just that line repeated. And when you see the Jedi, no, when you see Operation Nightfall in the Jedi Temple in the beginning of Kenobi, you hear that line repeated over again. Execute Order 66. Execute Order 66. Execute Order 60. So it's cool. It kind of explains why different shows use that same audio. Devon Hassan says a lot of things. He's keeping this chat alive. Uh, Oscar says, actually, speaking of edits, I just read snippets of Shadow of the Sith. It involved Anakin. Do you mind if I share or no spoilers? I don't mind spoilers for Shadows of the Sith, but I don't know if people in the chat would prefer not to. But yeah, go for it, dude. Guys, if you don't want spoilers for Shadows of the Sith, I don't know. Oscar, are you part of my Discord? Because if you are, perhaps you can just directly message me. But also, where does Shadow of the Sith take place? I'm losing track of the novels. I need to know. Where does it take place? Is it a prequel novel, an Empire novel? I don't know. Oh no, it's a sequel novel, isn't it? Because I believe it's got Luke and Lando on it. So yeah, that's right. We'll see. I don't mind personally, but other people in this chat might mind. Clay says the voice is the biggest problem I have with Luke in the Book of Boba Fett. At this point, they should just have Mark's regular voice. It would be weird, but still better than what they've done so far. Yeah. Luke is starting to sound robotic. He does sound a lot like Luke. I don't question it, but it's like Luke is starting to sound like Hayden Christensen, like father, like son. But you know what I find funny is Mark Hamill dubbed young Luke in The Rise of Skywalker during the flashback. When Leia kicks him during the flashback training, he lets out an older Mark Hamill like Joker kind of voice when he gets kicked. Then there needs to be a bridge, There needs to be a bridge between voice actors, definitely. And there needs to be a bridge between Mark's re-speecher young voice line and his actual voice, bless him. Star Wars films are the pillars of the franchise and remaining immovable. Streaming series and animations is negotiable. I agree, man. I agree. The live action or silver screen Star Wars should be the pillars of the films, of the whole franchise. Oscar says we don't need Star Wars to be as messy as the Halloween franchise. Yeah, I agree. Halloween has, but like I don't know, like five films like in a row, which evolve. And the thing is, I've googled it. I've never watched them all. I've only watched like a couple, but I believe the plot for Halloween, the original one, and I remember watching it as a kid on Halloween in the dark, which is a great way to watch it, man, because I was terrified. It's about just a troubled kid who just like stabs, murders his whole family, and he doesn't say anything. And then years later, he breaks out of an asylum and just starts killing again. No reason, no plot, no deeper meaning, no motive. He's just, he's crazy and he says fuck all. He says nothing. And then by the third or fourth or fifth film in that franchise, it became like, according to, I read on Wikipedia, it's something like there's some cult and how the kid was actually possessed and now it's been passed down. Some lazy shit like that. And then Rob Zombie restarted the franchise, I believe. Oh no, someone else did. They called it like Halloween 2K or Y2K or something. And I can't remember what it was. But then, yeah, Rob Zombie did one where, um, yeah, it was kind of cool. It's like it showed that Michael Myers, the kid, he came from a troubled background where he was like kind of abused, and it kind of makes sense why he turned into a crazy guy. And yeah, and then they've done like Terminator Salvation, no Terminator Dark Fate, where like they've done an original sequel, like a new sequel to the original. I don't know. It's fucking messy, man. Yeah. So Clay brings up a good point. The original voice actor for Palpatine in the video games, and by that he's talking about the prequel era games, so like the original Battlefront 1 or 2 or Revenge of the Sith. He was voiced by a guy called Nick Jameson. His impression of Ian was absolutely terrible, and I don't know why they kept him for so long. Yeah, you know what? His I don't mind his Palpatine. It's his Sidious that sounds weird. But in our Clone Wars canon edit, I'm keeping um I'm gonna try and keep Jameson as Palpatine, but I've already revoiced Sidious with a guy called the Concordia Jedi. And his Palpatine sounds like a mix between Ian McDiarmid and Sam Witwer. So to me, perfect. That's just what I want. Um, Oscar Rodriguez says should remain. Are you referring to what are you referring to, my friend? Sorry, I'm playing catch up with these comments. Clay says, "Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure it takes place 70 years after Return of the Jedi." Yeah, I think you're right because on the front cover of Shadows of the Sith, you see Luke with a beard and you see Lando. So yeah, I think that sounds about right. Devon says, "Send you a DM for the Clone Wars Sidious order edit. No rush. Just thought I'd send a clean voice to save you the stress." Dude, you're a gem. Anything anytime, Devon, anytime you want to send me something, dude, go for it. I've seen you enough in these chats, man. I consider you a friend now. You're just, I look forward to seeing you in these things. It's cool. I'm so sorry that I've not been able to play Battlefront. I don't know what the hell is going on. It's so depressing, man. Whatever was wrong with my Xbox last week, I'd fixed. And but today we've just faced some lagging issues, and it's so depressing. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I tell you what, guys. There's a guy on YouTube called Scout, and I'm spelling that SC and then the number 6 and then UT. He does these very sorry, these very short, like 30-second long tribute videos on YouTube of whatever. It could be anything. It could be like a cool scene from a film from like SpongeBob or The Simpsons. But he adds like a particular song that he's decided to attribute to it, and he just whatever scene he's playing, he makes it all like trippy and funky and like hieroglyphic and shiny and honestly, through this channel, I've discovered songs like new songs that I love because of him. Um, like here's one song. So like for instance, it's like a short clip of Homer and Bart from The Simpsons. And so listen.
Every morning you'll wake up to good morning, chicken, and you're waiting hunting.
And then,
My grandma's still convincing me I'm handsome. My tattoos, everybody loves the hand one.
well, I'll probably get flagged now for copyright for that. But yeah, I've discovered that song because of him. And the song's by someone called the Young One and he's from SoundCloud. But yeah, you should check out Scout SC6UT, and And, tell him Star Wars Story sent you, because I am such a big fan of his. He does these awesome, little quick, short tribute videos, and the editing is just fucking fire, my friend. Um, it's so good. Um, I'm just going back to concept. Clay says, did you get the chance to hear Sam Witwer's Chancellor Palpatine voice from the new Lego Star Wars game? It sounds weird at first, but it's a good attempt. Yeah, you know what? I feel like I've seen him on YouTube, Sam Witwer, doing a pre-disfigured Palpatine, and you know what? God bless him. First and foremost, Sam Witwer is he's exactly what you want for the Star Wars franchise. He isn't just an actor they hired for it. He cares. He gets it. He's like Dave Filoni, like he knows his stuff, and he's so passionate, and he's so impartial to things, and he understands how it works from a business point of view and a storytelling point of view. He just gets it. And yeah, his Palpatine is a very particular type of Palpatine. I will say this: he sounds much better as Emperor Palpatine than he does Chancellor Palpatine. I think that's fair. When Ian McDiarmid sort of talked about how he played the character, how he imagined voicing him, or why he voices him the way he does, he imagined Emperor Palpatine to sound like a sort of ugly, croaking frog. That's how he said it in one of the interviews, I believe, like a croaking, disfigured sort of Shakespearean, like a frog, my apprentice. And I believe Sam Witwer does his version of a frog. You have forgotten your place, Lord Vader, rabbit. Um, do you know what I mean? But his sounds different, because Ian's is more high pitched. You're like, you've done well, Lord Vader. And now, well, actually, that sounds more like Sam, but you know what I mean? Sort of like, I don't know, Sam's is different. I like Sam, so Sam in his own right is Palpatine, because he has voiced Sidious in so many things now. Rebels, the Battlefront games, the Lego games. Um, he deserves to be considered as Sidious. But I don't think. Well, that's the other thing, because he's playing Palpatine in a Lego Star Wars game. The fact that it's already a Lego game, that already makes it a parody, whether it wants to be or not. It is somewhat a parody. But then the next thing is, his Palpatine in the Lego games is so obviously a villain. That's the humor. So he's not going to sound too different to Sidious, because um, it's the point. Like, now and then he drops a lightsaber, or he just, acts like Sidious, like, openly. It's just funny to see. It's cool. So yeah, it's maybe I'll do a hybrid edit. I've got a lot of edits to catch up with this summer, but now that I'm finished work, I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my best to replicate that. I might go soon. This is exhausting. But I might do one tomorrow. I might do a live stream tomorrow as well, my friends. I really wish I could fix the fucking Xbox. You know what I might do? I might, in these last 10 minutes, try and fix the Xbox. If I lag, then I'm gonna go to bed and I'll give up. But if I don't lag, I will complete the last level of Battlefront, like I was supposed to do in the first place. So let's give it a go. I'll tell you what's weird about Sam Witwer's first time voicing Palpatine in The Force Unleashed. In The Force Unleashed, well, that's the thing. So yeah, Devon reckons Sam's best performance was in the Force Unleashed games. But personally, I only have one problem with it. Was there were twin voices going on when he does it. When he talks, you can hear like a high secondary voice. Like you hear him go like, "You have forgotten your place, Lord Vader." But as he's saying that, I think they. What I mean is, look, his voice in the Force Unleashed games were great, but I think they were heavily edited by the games. That it just sounds like he's got like dual vocal cords, like an extra vocal cord. You hear the deep one going, "You have forgotten," and you've got to hear a high one going, "You have forgotten," and together it's like, "You have forgotten." I don't know, like a bit of both. You know what I mean? I'll see if I can find a clip, just so I don't sound like a dick. Like, hang on, Palpatine, Force Unleashed. Yeah, nope, not that. Let's see. You can hear You could, as you hear his deep voice, listen, you can also hear a high pitched one behind, which I don't think is possible unless it's been altered. I could be mistaken. Uh, I'm gonna restart my Xbox. I don't know what is going on. Listen.
You have forgotten your place, Lord Vader. By taking this boy as your apprentice, you have betrayed me, Vader.
Hang on.
By taking this.
Hang on.
What is thy bidding, my master? You have forgotten your place, Lord Vader.
There's always like a whispered, high pitched voice behind it, which to me sounds tweaked. Because like when I hear his Sidious without it in Rebels, I prefer that personally. Right. I'm gonna try and let's see if we can salvage Battlefront 2. Let's finish Battlefront 2 for the love of God. Please say I can do this. I have no idea this is going to work or not. Let's see. Right, hang fire. Hopefully this will this will work. Let's see. I'm gonna try reconnecting the Xbox because we've had a good stream tonight. I've had some great questions, and you guys have been fantastic. Seth's Palpatine voice is hilarious. Oh yeah, Seth MacFarlane's Palpatine in Robot Chicken is awesome. Go for Palpatine. Yeah, and he's like yeah, go who's they? What the hell is a Millennium Falcon? Hang on, I gotta get another call. What do you want? Stormtrooper. Stormtrooper. Yep. Uh-huh. Yo. Stormtrooper. 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 Ugh. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Right. Let's see how we get on. If it's lagging in the live stream, I'm not going to do it. Simple as that. Cool. Let's see. Come on, come on. I can't even. I can't. I'm not even going to begin this until I can. My phone's playing catch up. You see. Yeah, I'm literally watching my own stream on my phone, and it hasn't caught up to the Xbox screen yet. Hang on. So I'm listening to myself now. Right, come on. This is yeah. Um, but no, the Star Killer thing. I love the Force Unleashed and Star Killer storyline, but the whole right. Here we go. Yes, yes. I think this is it. I think we can finish what we started, which is the Battlefront game. Um, Hang on, just gotta tell my friend I'm not on. Not on Xbox. Right, let's do it. Galactic Civil War last mission. I'm so glad, but we're gonna finish this fucking game, and then we can play Battlefront 2 either tomorrow or next week.
An Imperial garrison has been left behind to monitor Cloud City's mining operations. The planet's mining operation is essential to our cause. We must take back those facilities.
I don't know if you guys can hear the gameplay or not. So happy, it's bloody working now. I'm so glad. See, it's maybe I don't know. Maybe what I'll do. Oh god, I'm on the wrong mission. Maybe what we'll do, every stream is we'll start off chatting and then play the Xbox, and then that way, it's giving the computer time to, to load. But these blue schematics, um, are a great background, I must say. If I ever do a video. Um, that's what I'm gonna do. Like as a background. Oscar, you want the Discord? If you scroll through the live chat, I've dropped it. It's the only comment I've ever made. I'm gonna die now because I keep down here. Well, just give. Right, I gotta get out. I gotta run. I gotta run. Oh no! I stopped streaming. Why have I stopped streaming? I've stopped playing remotely. What? Wait, have I? Have I? It says I've stopped playing remotely, but I don't know if that's the case. I'll have to find out now. Hang on. I'll assume I haven't stopped playing, and that was just an error. By the way, please ignore my username. I am not in the habit of adding people. So if you add me, it won't be accepted, I'm afraid. I need to set mine. So let's see what happens. Hopefully, hopefully it's still streaming, but I could be wrong. But Dev, Oscar, at the end, I'll also put the Discord again at the end of the chat. Okay, so don't you worry, my friend. Let's see. No, I guess it didn't. It didn't get disconnected. I don't know why it said it did. Oh man, this is a problem. I've run out of bloody rockets. We're out of we're out of rockets, sir. Oh bugger. Well, I'm glad it didn't. I'm glad it didn't run. I did it. I'm glad it didn't stop streaming. My Xbox popped up and it said disconnected. Now hang on. You can't hear it. You can't hear it. Now this is weird. I want you to be able to hit. There you go. That should be better. Um, yeah. Hopefully you should be able to hear it now. Dude, guys, I really appreciate the support with everything, with the channel, with the micro series canon edit, which by the way, if I sound like I'm advertising Audible, if you donate to the Clone Wars canon edition, you will get weekly updates with behind the scenes chitter chat and your name added to the end credits. So please donate your hard-earned cash to a lazy fuck like me, because I want to complete this canon edit. Some exciting stuff happening to the canon edit. The Anakin ship in Volume 2 of the Clone Wars miniseries is incorrect for the timeline. It's too early, so I need to find a person who's good at 3D modeling to make a 2D looking 3D model and create a new ship. And that person will do a lot of ships for me in that show. There's also going to be some surprising cameos from other characters too. Gonna die, everyone shoot me. Oh shit, hang on. Yes. Um, Also, running over stormtroopers and clones with speeders or droidicars in the class Battlefront games was really funny. Shame they weren't added to the new Battlefront games. Yeah, you know what? It's funny. I've purchased both of EA's new Battlefront games, but I barely played them. You know, like I had very little interest because they just weren't the same games. And oh shit, I'm gonna die. And yeah, the problem is like I prefer EA's Battlefront 2, especially because it has like a fully fleshed out campaign and there's more available characters, this, that, and the other. But um, it's not the same game, so I don't see the point. Now, if somebody would be so kind as to create a Battlefront 3 like mod, because there's a cancelled Battlefront 3 game. Yeah, it would. I'd be more interested in that. Clay Decker says Ian's Emperor voice in Kenobi sounded more like his Palpatine voice. It sounded weird at first, but I like the idea that he would try to keep the kind of old man facade up. I agree, because his wording in Kenobi is that of like he's pretending to be Vader's friend. It's weird though. I see because he's trying to be a friend to Vader. You know, he's like, "You seem agitated, my friend," right? And yeah, you know, Vader is his friend, well, he's not his friend, but you know what I mean. Like, he tries to maintain that fake friendship, but in Return of the Jedi, he's more sort of oh shit, hang on. I hope oh, that's fine. I was scared that I was playing a video on Chrome that you could hear then. Because I had a pop-up to one of my Star Wars videos, and I, the way I got the streaming service lined up, I didn't want you guys drowned out with a YouTube video whilst I'm streaming. Um, yeah, no, Palpatine, Sidious, Emperor Palpatine, um, is less friendly with him in Return of the Jedi. So I was hoping to see a tiny bit of fuck, I keep dying, a tiny bit more of that now. You know, like because Palpatine has already secured Vader as his puppet, his right hand man. So I would love to see yeah, I would love to see a less friendly, it is what it is kind of master. Like in Rebels when he revoiced Sam Witwer's scene, the difference between his and Sam's performance, especially, was when they talk about Kenobi. Because when they talk about Kenobi, he goes, "We can find any surviving Jedi," and Vader goes, "Such as Kenobi," and Ian goes, "Perhaps if he lives." Like he's not pleased, whereas Sam Witwer's Palpatine acts like he doesn't particularly mind. Okay, so perhaps if he lives. So yeah, I don't know. Sidious was very soft with him in Kenobi, which is fine, but I wouldn't have minded Sidious putting him in his place, if that makes sense. But we'll see. I've got one stray stormtrooper chasing me, I think. There's no way I'm going to win this game. Anakin's, yeah. Let's see. Devon says model Anakin's Delta 7B Arthur Sprite class light interceptor like Obi-Wan's ship chasing Django to Geonos in episode 2. Yeah, instead of their ETA. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, my point is, in volume 2 of the Clone Wars canon edition, when Anakin gets knighted, he pilots his Revenge of the Sith ship. And the reason I think this happens is because in volume 2 of oh, for fuck's sake, all that walking to the bunker and I died. In Revenge of the Sith.
Hold your position.
Oh, good, it worked. In Revenge of the Sith, he oh, don't die, don't die, don't die. In Revenge of the Sith, he oh fuck, oh, I just can't even get to the bunker. This is bullshit. Where was I? Right. I believe in Volume 2 of the Clone Wars microseries, he they gave the production crew like sneak peeks to Revenge of the Sith as blueprints, and that's why you see a lot of Revenge of the Sith far early in the microseries. So yeah, so I've got to remedy that. I already know which ship he needs. He needs his Episode 2 styled one, or the Clone Wars. At the start of the Clone... Oh, sorry, guys. I can never multitask. Right, look. Basically, what I'm saying is, in the miniseries, Anakin, when he gets knighted, he has the wrong ship. He has Revenge of the Sith ship instead of the early Clone Wars triangular yellow one. So, I'm correcting that through a model manipulator. I can't do this. Oh, yeah, I'm restarting this level. Fuck this. I will play, I will stream, as much as I'm tired and it's 25 past 10. I'm going to stream this game until, oh shit, I'm restarting again, because that's not the class I wanted. I'm gonna continue this game and, until I've completed this level, because I'm just done with this game. I want to play Battlefront 2. Now let's see. Oscar says, is hypocritical that I like Ian McDiarmid replacing Clive Baker in The Empire Strikes Back, but still prefer seeing Old Man Anakin in Return of the Jedi. Oh, sorry, is it hypocritical? No, because Ian McDiarmid replacing the original Emperor's appearance in The Empire Strikes Back, it just makes more sense for the story, because Ian played him everywhere else in every aspect. Please don't die. Please don't die. You know what I mean? So if you're playing Palpatine in episodes 1, 2, 3, and Return of the Jedi, then it makes sense that they fixed the Empire Strikes Back. Otherwise, it's like, what the hell happened to Palpatine during that time? Whereas old man Anakin, it's weird. He he could have looked like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know he was Hayden Christensen, but after being burned, you know, being basically being like kept alive robotically, a puppet of the dark side. Yeah, Anakin could have looked like that old withered man. Do you know what I mean? It was fine, and even though Hayden Christensen as a Force Ghost is fine and makes sense. I'm gonna die. Even though it makes sense, it's yeah, it's apples and oranges. Do you know what I mean? Now, I personally, it's weird, I prefer Hayden's Force Spirit at the end, not because I think that's what he's supposed to look like at that age. It's more of, oh shit, I died. It's more of Anakin's spirit represents the man Luke had heard about, the man Luke modeled himself after, the man that Luke tried to save, the good man. Oh, come on, die, 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 die. I'm gonna die. There you go. Where's his speeder? He just had a speeder. Oh, it's there. Yeah. So Anakin's soul is better represented by Hayden Christensen. But I'm glad that they didn't swap out Hayden Christensen in Return of the Jedi during the unmasking scene. Now, a friend of mine, dear friend of mine, very talented editor, Crimson Mall, he has done a really cool deep fake of Anakin in Return of the Jedi. He's put his face as on top of Sebastian Shaw. It makes sense as far as the storyline is concerned. I'm not saying it's incorrect at all. But what I'm saying is, I don't mind Shaw. It's like we get the best of both worlds. We get Anakin's spirit, played by Hayden Christensen, but you get the withered old man from the original trilogy. That it's fine. Now, a lot of people preferred Sebastian Shaw, not just because I mean, well, here's another thing. Some people didn't like Hayden Christensen um, in the original trilogy because he didn't belong there. Like it's not his, you know what I mean? It's just it's an after edit, so therefore he doesn't belong there. So yeah, if you don't like Hayden Christensen, yeah, that's more reasons to like Sebastian Shaw. But another reason is a lot of people like Sebastian Shaw because they theorized for the longest time. I've seen this in these chat forums. They theorized that Vader's mask wasn't like the voice from the mask wasn't a filter. It was how he sounded before the prequels came out. Sorry, before Revenge of the Sith came out. They thought that the mask represented just an amplified, whatever the voice sounded like. Because when you hear Sebastian Shaw at the end, he doesn't sound too far off from James Earl Jones. I mean, Sebastian Shaw was British, but the whole, oh, my son, leave me, I don't know, he's got a deep, deep voice, whereas Hayden doesn't. Do you know what I mean? But now it's apparent that the new canon is that the mask. Well, actually, this was predetermined from Revenge of the Sith, but it's apparent that the mask isn't partly Hayden's voice. It's just like it's all just James Earl Jones. It's like
it translates the wearer's voice to this new man. Oh shit! Oh fuck off! Oh fuck off! Excuse my language. Um, Really loved. Defrin says, really loves the Sebastian Shaw Vader Rebels edit by having Shaw instead of Matt Lantner because he must be old by now and having his pale eyebrowless skin showing he was burnt on Mustafar. Yeah, so I did a Shaw edit of Se- Sebastian. Oh fuck off! The speed is gone. Oh, it's alright. I'll get this one. This one's gonna. Where's the speeder? Where's the speeder? Where's the speeder? Where's the speeder? It's not. Oh, it's not blown up, is it? Oh, it's blown up. Yeah, I'm gonna lose this one as well. Yeah, Sebastian Shaw as Vader is a nice. Yeah, he should sound older. He shouldn't sound sprightly and teenage. But again, that's the Disney canon apparently. Basically, until he died in Return of the Jedi. Until he died in Return of the Jedi, it's apparent that he had a young man's voice. Now, there's a theory that the reason he died wasn't because of the Force lightning, but because he had let go of the dark side, which was keeping him alive. And you know what? That's a very valid feeling. And if you want evidence to back it up, the fact that he's been don't die. The fact that he's been force lightninged like loads of times, and that Obi-Wan even destroyed his chest plating, and he still didn't die. That just shows that it's not all about the breathing apparatus. It's not about it's not about the mask that's killing him. It is about it's about the letting go of hate. And there's even more evidence because the Grand Inquisitor says there's nothing like revenge to keep you from dying. And that's true. This is why Vader stayed alive for so long, and how he survived his burns, and this is why Qui-Gon died, and this is why Han Solo died, because they don't use the dark side, because the dark side keeps people alive. It's an unnatural, presence. It's I'm gonna die. I'm gonna lose this game. There's only 2 players left. It's there's there's a different ideology. Right, you know what I need to do? Please say it's just me left. Probably not. There's probably some computer that there's probably a computer that's about to die. Right, let's do this. I need to destroy this fucking bunker. Because soon I'm going to time out anyway. Yeah, so the dark side, that keeps you alive. Because the Sith are only obsessed with, the now, staying alive. Oh, I got to destroy this thing quickly. Oh, it's not going to happen. I've lost this one again. This is what a fucking waste of time. Oh, no. Oh, hang on, I've got 2 left. 2 left. Oh, yep, no. Oh, no. Oh, that's so annoying, guys. Fun fact, in the first few episodes of Batman the Animated Series, Clive Revill, who was the voice of Alfred before they got a voice actor. That's interesting. I wonder why they recast him. I'll have to recheck it. But for those of you that perhaps aren't familiar, Clive Revill was the original Palpatine voice in The Empire Strikes Back. Way before Ian McDiarmid was part of the picture. Clay Decker says, my problem with Hayden in Return of Jedi is that they didn't actually refilm the scene.
They just took his creepy stare from Revenge of the Sith and put it over Sebastian's head. Is that true? Is that actually true? I always imagined they just they got him in front of a blue screen, to purposely film that and do it. I didn't know that was actual footage they used for the film. And the reason I say that is because they got Tamura Morrison to redub Boba Fett, right? I mean, they didn't use old lines for him. They got him to re-record it with the original trilogy in mind. So always imagine they just got Hayden to refilm during Revenge of the Sith, if that makes sense. But if I'm wrong, please let me know what scene they used, because that's so interesting. Clay Decker's headcanon is that once he realized the voice from the mask wasn't actually his, he started talking with a British accent and did it for so long he forgot. That's so funny. Devron says, basically, the curse of the dark side, where Vader lives in suffering for his actions. Yep, it's true. Dark side does lead to suffering, big time. That is literally. That's actually the first edit I've ever made on my channel. I was never going to be a fan editor for this channel. I just wanted to do tribute videos. So I called my Star Wars channel Star Wars Story back in well, way before Disney started announcing films. So way before Rogue One, a Star Wars Story was everything. So yeah, first, um, what I did was I made a video of Yoda going, "Fear is the path to the dark side," and I wanted to showcase all this self-fulfilling prophecy of Anakin's fear leading to his anger, Anakin's anger leading to his hatred hatred leading to his suffering. I wanted to showcase it, and I don't know why I think I misremembered the song. So where Luke's being tortured by Palpatine in front of Vader, I I remember in my head, oh shit, was the my to-do list of this video, and I always thought the Duel of the Fates theme played alongside it. Oh, Dad. But it was actually two separate tracks. But no, that was my first edit, and I managed to sync them together quite nicely. And then about 12 years later, I someone did a pretty sick thumbnail for it, and I'm not gonna lie, I stole that thumbnail. But to be fair, that video is non-profit, so it's not like I've robbed that guy's. I mean, and I've credited the guy, but oh, don't kill me. Yeah. So this is the problem I always have with this level. I can't get to the shield bunker. Um, Part of the reason I brought up the shore was because it pertains to a few paragraphs in Shadow Div. Does it? That's interesting. Okay. Please tell me. Tell me about the relevance of Sebastian Shaw. They took his creepy stare from the balcony scene with Padme in Revenge of the Sith and chopped the head and put it over Sebastian's head. So I know that they put Hayden Christensen's head onto Sebastian Shaw's body, and sort of they got rid of his they trimmed Sebastian Shaw's body down with a they turned his long robes into like a V-neck. But I'll have to check that out. That is so funny. I had no idea they recycled that clip. That is so lazy. I've already got a video in mind of the lazy Star Wars edits that Lucasfilm have done, like lazy things in filming. And you know what are oh, hang on, I better destroy this thing. Come on, come on. I'm missing. How am I missing? There you go. It's dead. Do you know one of the lazy things Star Wars did in the Phantom Menace, right? Is during the pod race scene where you see a crowd of spectators. A a lot of them are the same extras that they've just put in different seats, and they're actually doing the exact same movement. It's insane. So that's, and then of course you got the first version of the special editions in A New Hope, where there's two stormtroopers on either side of the sort of street in Mos Eisley, and they are what are they doing? They're the same. They're just like they're mirrors. Right, so yeah, just lazy things like that. And then the first Jabba the Hutt, that was lazy. And now, if what you've said's true, Anakin's creepy stare in Return of the Jedi, yeah, which by the way, I think no one disputes, it's creepy as hell in Return of the Jedi. Yeah, yeah, it's I will add that to the list, my man. Thanks for bringing that to my attention. I always love when I find out new trivia. Right, I need to destroy this bloody bunker. And today I will, because now that the turrets are gone... No, they're not. They're back. Have they got them back? I guess they rebuild themselves after a while. I'm close. Woohoo. Right. That's so funny, though, that they took Anakin's creepy stare from... he does a lot of creepy stares. Oh, please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. I'm so close to my target. Yes. Yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, there's two against one. I'm definitely not going to make it. Yeah, one down. Fast. Ah! Yes. Come on, come on, come on. Right, this is it. This is it, guys. The moment you've been waiting for. I am going to... Ah! No, 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 no. I don't care about the guy chasing me. Well, I do, but... Oh, shit. So all I need now is blow myself up. Come on, come on. Yes! I did it! I have bloody done it. Probably still going to lose after all this. I better not after all this, but at least I can focus on the battle now. The gist of it is when Luke sees the Force Ghost of Anakin and he keeps switching between Sebastian and Hayden. Oh, that's cool, does he? That is so funny. You know what Lucasfilm is doing, which I'm kind of a fan of, but at the same time it's weird. Is they are, well, they're honoring the old original Star Wars before Lucas changed them. So if you want some examples, the crate dragon in The Mandalorian, right? The crate dragon in The Mandalorian sounds... Oh, wrong bloody class. What's he do? He sounds like Obi-Wan's original crate dragon call before Lucas changed him to a more human sound. And it's and that's nice. That's a nice little nod, you know. It's and I like that. And now, if what you say is true, yeah, they mentioned Sebastian Stan. They also do it in one of the novels. They talk about the Death Star blowing up because when the Death Star originally blew up, that when it blows up and there's like like it explodes, but then there's also like a ring that emits from it, like a fiery ring. That was a special edition change, right? Which made like a shockwave. That was not always there. So in this novel, what they do is I think someone disputes that the Death Star blowing up was faked on the HoloNet. It was like it wasn't real because because one of them says, "Oh, there wasn't a shockwave," and someone goes, "No, there was." So, like, I think it's a fun little nod, you know, a little dispute. Oh, it's cool. Now, that's one thing we were cheated of, big time in the sequels, is actually maybe we'll see this in the Ahsoka series, is Ghost Anakin oh sugar flicking. Oh, what? Right. New plan. I'm just gonna forget about the. I'm just. Oh, whatever. I'm gonna forget about the shield generator. I'll just try and take these bloody command posts. What was I talking about? Yeah, I want to see a ghost Hayden Christensen that isn't fucking lazily taken out by from Revenge of the Sith. You know, I want to see him flick between the old man and young, as you say. Um, you know what though? It's you know what's weird. I I don't actually. You know what? I don't think him flicking into an old man. I need to read the Shadow of the Sith novel to get a better idea. So I'm saying this too premature, but I don't think it's a good idea. It's a nice way of honoring the original Revenge of the Sith, but why would you do that as a Force ghost if no one had any form of relationship with you as that old man? You know, like like Obi-Wan appears to Luke as an old man and not Ewan McGregor because Luke didn't know Ewan McGregor Obi-Wan. Well, he does now technically, but do you know what I mean? That was when he was a younger kid. Luke's mentor was old Ben, so it makes sense that he saw. But in Rise of Skywalker, when Rey is contacting the dead, um, you hear Ewan McGregor going, "These are your first steps, Rey," and then later you hear him go, "Rey." It's like, why? Why does he flicker age? I don't understand what the tactical advantage of that is. To me, that's just fan service. Like, oh yeah, do you remember Alec Guinness? Makes no sense. Now, if they had used Ewan McGregor's voice, as they did, these are your final steps, Rey. Rise and take them, right? Use Ewan McGregor, but then show the ghosts and show him as Alec Guinness, show Alec Guinness, that would have been awesome. That way you get both. You get the Alec Guinness that everyone knows and that Luke knew, you know, the guy who became a Force Ghost, but you have the voice of his younger self, if that makes sense. But I don't understand why a spirit would just decide to age and de-age rapidly at a drop of a hat, other than for fan service. Yeah, so basically, Clay, to answer your question, they do use both crate dragon cries, but there are actually three crate dragon cries in regards to Kenobi. There is the original one, which sounds like a whistle, and then there's a yeah, no, there's the first one. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I don't care. This is a cop out. I'm changing the difficulty setting because I just want to go. I want to finish. I want to fit. I'll try first person. I want to finish this game and go to bed. That's the truth of it, guys. I don't care if it's a cop out. I'm going on easy mode. Okay, well, I need to check out the novel, but I'm so behind. I need to check out Brotherhood as well. Actually, you know what, Clay? If you join the Discord, you can just send me. You can send me the. Oh, why did I do that? That's cool. I don't know if I prefer this. This is so cool. I've never done this one before. Feels easier, although it's harder to see enemies outside my vision. swap to third person. Um, yeah, if you join the Discord, Clay, you could just give me the cliff notes. You'd be saving me money and time. I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll check it out. I need to reactivate my Audible account. That's what I need to do. Can't run fast in this bloody game. I can't kill. You know what? They have more players than me. This is why they're winning. They've got a garrison. Why doesn't it offer me like a Jedi? Like, why isn't Luke on this battle in this level? Makes no sense. Um, I like that Luke gets to do things with Lando though. That's a cool add because we've only seen them briefly work together at the start of Return of the Jedi, and when Lando says he went looking for this thing with Luke, I thought it was a nice touch, but it was kind of odd. Like, why would Luke go with Lando? Why would Luke go with this sort of this twist? Well, not twisted, but like this double crossing smuggler. He's like a worse version of Han, you know. So like, they had nothing in common, not really. I know Lando's a good guy, but yeah, it'd be. I'm glad that there are other adventures that that sort of. It just sort of yeah. It's good to sort of build friendships. Um, I would like to see Leia get to know Anakin, his Force Ghost. I really would. It would be great because in one of the early Legends novels after Return of the Jedi, Leia meets Anakin's Force Spirit and tells him to dematerialize and go away. It's such a it's so interesting. It's just so interesting. And what's funny is Leia could almost forgive Anakin, like even for the destruction of Alderaan, because in a weird bitter irony, um, the destruction of Alderaan would have made people flock to the rebellion more so. So but the one thing she couldn't forgive was his cruelty to Han Solo, especially when when he tortured him in the Empire Strikes Back. So yeah, so she doesn't like that. But yeah, I'd love to see. We have been cheated out of Jedi Leia so much by Disney, and now Carrie Fisher's died, which is so sad. It's like so unfair. And she worked when she found out she got she was going to be in the Force Awakens. She worked out for the role because um, she you know what I mean? Like how optimistic she must have been. It's bullshit, man. And who do we get instead at the end, right? When the sequels came about, we had Han Solo, who was in the exact same capacity was in the original trilogy. Now, granted, he's been through hell with his son, and yeah, he's more appreciative of the Force than he was in A New Hope. So there is character growth. I don't deny that, but every beloved character is now just depressed and doing their former job. Han could have had, I don't know, just, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I would have liked the idea that Han had like a nobler job to show to the galaxy. He was more than just a selfish smuggler. Like he worked for the New Republic as as an officer or something, right? And then I know the Star Wars novelizations now say that the reason basically everyone found out that Leia was Darth Vader's daughter, and it was like a scandal in the New Republic, and no one could trust her and shit, right? But you know, forget that novel for a second. I think it would have made so much sense for a new trilogy that Leia, if she wasn't a Jedi, which I still wish they made her a Jedi, if she wasn't a Jedi, she should have been Chancellor. You know, because she's a good person. Um, and it would have been just like her mother in politics, even more so. Leia should have been a Chancellor or running for Chancellor. In fact, she could have ran for Chancellor and failed because of the Darth Vader scandal. And by the end of the trilogy, survived, beaten her opposition, who turned out to be corrupt anyway, and because the New Republic is with her under her tutelage. Oh dear. Um, that's what I would have liked. Um, they should make the original Emperor from Empire Strikes Back a different character. Perhaps he's another dark side Force user or Palpatine clone. It would honor the original like they seem to be doing. Okay. Ah. Okay. So since Disney, Clay Decker brings up a good point. Since Disney seem to like to honor the original theatrical release for the original trilogy, they should incorporate some way. They should in some way incorporate the original Emperor's appearance, whether he's a different character, or like a Sith acolyte, or a clone. That's not a bad idea. I don't think I could ever perfect it as an edit. I'm thinking of starting doing an abridged Star Wars parody series, and when that's the case, there's a joke I'm going to do with that appearance. I've thought about it before, and I need to do it. Um, but yeah, no, it's interesting. I don't know. Or maybe we could. Well, there's an editor called AD1 who is the mastermind behind Star Wars Revisited, and I've talked about Star Wars Revisited before. Star Wars Revisited is, in my opinion, what the special editions should have been for the original trilogy. This guy, this fan editor, does an amazing job of fixing some of the goofy special edition changes. And he makes it more in keeping with the prequel trilogy without changing the beloved originals too much. So, for instance, Yoda is still a puppet, but his mouth movement is slightly CGI. Um, uh, you know the reptile in on what planets Yoda live on? The reptile on, is it Endor? No, it's not Endor. It's Dagobah. The reptile creature in Dagobah, which is just like a human, an Earth lizard in real life. 81 adds like a third eye to it, just to make it more spacey. And 81 um, fixes Emperor Palpatine's appearance in Empire Strikes Back to look more like his Return of the Jedi self instead of his Revenge of the Sith self. Um, so it's interesting. Uh, it's worth checking out. Here we go. I'm not sure I can really play this because of copyright. Yep, boohoo. Well done, I win. Let's check out the. Now it keeps saying I've unlocked. It keeps saying I've unlocked like things, and I don't know where to access them. Because someone tell me where I access, like unlocked characters or unlocked like images or something. I don't know where you see them. Is it? Oh, it'll be in options, I reckon. So look. Clay Decker sent me some stuff. Thank you very much, Clay. You're a lifesaver, pal. Special features. Here we go. Let's have a look. These are just going to be from the films, I think. Yeah. This is what we want to see. This is cool. The Star Wars Battlefront art. That is cool. Then we got Hoth, Endor. It was such a great game, man. Such a great game. Abandoned Moisture Phone. That would have been interesting. I don't think you ever got to play them. You can in Battlefront 2, though. Um, more guns. And then back to the start. There's a lone Jedi behind him. You know what's funny? Mace Windu wanted his... well, sorry, Samuel L. Jackson wanted Mace Windu to have a purple lightsaber for the sole purpose of seeing himself in that crowded Battlefront, in the crowded arena. But you never actually see him in the backgrounds anyway, so it's kind of moot point. But yeah, he got his purple lightsaber, and now it's part of the the lore. That's cool. You know what's funny? Attack of the Clones had two major retcons in it, which everyone was initially like shocked and horrified for. But now, given enough time, they got used to it. So, for instance, Boba Fett went from this bounty hunter, this mysterious Mandalorian bounty hunter, to a clone of this other guy who may or may not be, who was or was not a Mandalorian. So that's one thing. Boba's a clone, and we see him as a 12-year-old. So okay. And the other thing is R2D2 having jetpacks. That was a retcon that we'd never seen in any of the films, which people like. Why doesn't he use them in the original trilogy? Um. So it's it's nuts. That's cool. Some of these are like, I don't know if these are storyboards for. I think these are Ralph McQuarrie storyboards. Luke doing his legendary jump. Yeah, these have got to be Ralph McQuarrie storyboards, as opposed to Battlefront concept art, if that makes sense. You know the Tusken Raiders when they shake their That's cool. I've actually seen a Star Wars. I think it was The Empire Strikes Back, whose soundtrack at one point used that first bit of art as the cover. I love the world building here, man. I was gonna say something then. I can't remember what I was gonna say. Um, Clay says, I watch a few British YouTubers and I noticed that y'all say, as I say, and I reckon a lot. It's cool. Yeah, all I can say is I apologize. I know you don't mind it anyway, but yeah, yeah, we do say that. But you know what's funny? I live in, not at the moment, but yeah, when I go back to university, I'm going to be in a city in England called Manchester, and because I originally come from North Wales, in Wales, and if you're not from Britain, you won't appreciate the subtle differences in accent. But what I'm speaking to you right now is not an English accent. It may be a British accent, but it's not really a traditional English accent. It's not quite posh enough like that, you know. It's not really that sort of English voice. It's not that. I've got like this horrible North Walian sort of in between accent. But anyway, I had a flatmate who who came from London, and a lot of people in London, and I don't know whether this is a London thing or I don't know. I don't. I'm trying to say this delicately, or this is more of a perhaps how like perhaps this is like more like how because she's a black girl, so I don't know if this is like kind of like more slang kind of term. Because for instance, I'm white, but you would never hear me go allow it, fam. Do you know what I mean? That's one thing British people say. And I guess some white Londoners probably say allow it, fam, but I think it's fair to say it's that's more that's a trailer. Actually, I don't want to play it in case I get copyright music to them. But this is what she says, right, from London. She always says, "Is it?" when she means like I can't explain. Like so if I say If I went to her, oh, the restaurant doesn't allow you to go in without wearing a suit. Instead of going like, oh no, really? Or oh, does it really? She goes, is it? Like even if that grammatically doesn't make much sense, that's what she says all the time. Or like if I say, um, yeah, I don't go to this restaurant on Tuesdays because they always have it's always they do construction there. She'll go, is it? Or like us, you know what I mean? Just like, is it? Is it? Even if the sentence isn't referring to an it, but a situation or someone, you know? So it's just fun. Yeah, it's funny little lingo we have. But yeah, I guess British people say, as I say, and I reckon. Definitely, I reckon by far. Um, yeah. Right. Let's go on instant action. Because I never realised this, and this might not have been an option on the PlayStation game. Um, I'm going to Google this actually. You can apparently play Kit Fisto and Asajj Ventress. And I never knew this. I never got to. Kit Fisto Battlefront 2. No, Battlefront 1. 2005. Let's see. How to play. Can you play? Okay, how do you unlock characters in Battlefront 1? I'll forget it. No, I'll forget it. Right. I will go on Yavin 4 Temple. Right, this is the weird thing. You. Oh no, maybe it's no. So, how do you play as a hero in this? I hope it offers you. I don't think you can play heroes in Battlefront 1. Can you? Oh, that's so disappointing. You can't play as hero. That sucks. So Clay just put he just watched an amazing Star Wars documentary from 1978 that had a scene from the old Flash Gordon series where Flash jumped out of a plane and used his cloak as a parachute. They need to recreate that in Star Wars with Luke or Ezra. That would be funny. Um, that would be yeah. I love Flash Gordon did inspire George Lucas to make Star Wars, so um, that would be good. How to let's see, play as Kit Fisto, original Battlefront. Was it Battlefront 2 or Battlefront 1? Yeah, look, I can see an image of him looking, cheap and PlayStation-y. Um, right. Oh, he's on Ren Var. He's on Ren Bloody Var. Let's have a look. Single player. We're gonna do this, guys. We're gonna finish this game playing Asajj and wait a minute. Galactic Conquest. Is this where you
In Galactic Conquest.
Oh, cool. Oh, cool. So I maybe we still got more of these to do. We've played them through the storylines, but now this is we've got yet to do. Well, what I'll do is I'll do some instant action and then I'll go to bed. And tomorrow we'll do Galactic Conquest. How about that? Renvar. Why isn't it not offering me clones? Let's find out. Oh, maybe this is only Battlefront 2. How do I... this is so unfair. How do I play him? Oh, for fuck's sake. He is playable. Oh, he's only playable. Oh, he's playable in Star Wars Battlefront 2 via the Xbox Live patch. Okay, right, right. That makes sense. So I can't play as him. That is disappointing. That's tragic. But that's fine. Um, that's good. Um, yeah, I'm probably gonna leave it then, my friends. Hang on, let me. Huh? There you go. Yeah, I'm gonna leave Battlefront now. Yeah, but tomorrow, if any of you guys are about, I'm gonna do some live streaming. I'm gonna do the the Galactic Conquest, and we are going to we're gonna we're going to CIS the shit out of it. Shame we can't have Kit Fister. Um, yeah, I think I may have seen the documentary before Clay Leacher. Clay Decker, sorry, begging your pardon. There was there's a TV channel in Britain called Sky Digital, and they did this really cool documentary, and it was hosted by Anthony Daniels. Although I think he was actually playing C-3PO for the documentary, but it's worth a look. It's really cool. Um, Fucking hell, I've been streaming for 3 hours. What a busy night. Um, cool, guys. I'm gonna go. I'm going to gonna depart, my friends. I'm going to leave the Discord thing one more time, and yeah, let's. I had fun. We should do this again. If you're about tomorrow, I will do this. Um, yeah, I don't know. Hang on. Where is the live stream? Hang on. I need to go to YouTube. YouTube. I need to go. I need to join my own live stream. Um, yeah. Let me pop this thingy. Right, my friends. I've had a fantastic time. I am so glad you all joined. And I will see you hopefully either tomorrow or next week. And for those that have donated, I will see you one.